Welcome to this short video. I'm Karena Souza. I'm a strategist with a focus on the future of work, primarily sharing the skills that our younger generation needs to navigate what is most likely going to be a very tumultuous decade or two ahead. I'm soon going to be publishing a book on decision making. The working title is Courageous Parenting, Tilting Towards Better Decisions in Uncertain Times. You can learn about my work, my podcast, which also includes episode 40, titled Parents as Gen Z's Top Career Influencers, and about the book on my website called tiltthefuture.com. I want to thank Michelle Dittmer and the Canadian Gap Year Association for inviting me to participate in this conversation of parents as guidance counselors. Many of you are parents of students in high school. It wasn't so long ago that I was in your shoes, so I fully remember the weight of your worries at this moment, though we didn't have COVID to complicate it. So today we're going to talk about a key skill, decision making. And I want you to walk away with 5 key points. And I want to make this promise to you. At the end, I want you to have the confidence that you can make these decisions. So why talk about decision making? Well, part of it's obvious. Your child and you are probably in the middle of one of the most consequential decisions of their life. But as we all know, this may not be the only decision that they're going to have to make. It's going to be one of many. So to explain that more clearly, I want to share a very personal story, but one that many of you may be able to relate to. Cast your mind back to the first 10 days of March of this year, 2020. I had just landed in India after a very long air flight crossing 2 oceans. I had taken every precaution possible to not put myself in contact with COVID because I was there to accompany my mother back to her home in London, England. Meanwhile, my daughter was in Ontario, sitting her last set of midterms in her final semester at university. While home on her February study break, she'd had a fitting for a beautiful red gown for her final prom at the end of March. She was so looking forward to those precious last months together with the many friends she'd made over her 4 years at university, just as many of your 12th graders will be doing between March and June of next year. Our oldest was working on site on a project on Wall Street. As parents, one here in Toronto, one in India, we were running a global chat, quietly panicking, watching the COVID numbers steadily rise in Manhattan, wondering when his company would be pulling their staff back to the relative safety of Toronto. And our youngest was in Boston in his second year of engineering, getting ready to spend March break on Miami Beach in Florida, along with half the university population of North America. He'd booked the flight months before. Accommodations were set, plans were in high gear. Each of us was in a different part of the world, separated by time zones and by miles. The kids were focused on their exams and their projects, so they were not watching the news as attentively as we were. In those early days, it took all my courage as a parent to trust that they would each gradually make the best decision for themselves, that they would not put themselves or those around them at unnecessary risk, that they would grasp the gravity of the situation. It took courage to trust in their ability as decision makers. The emotion of that moment is in part what inspired the name of the book. At that point, the degree they had chosen, the university they'd selected, did not matter. Like so many millions of us around the world, they were called to make choices, weigh the risks, explore the information available, and act on a decision. So that brings me to our 5 points on decision making today. The first, decision making is a lifelong life skill. What table should I sit at for lunch? How do I choose my friends? Should I do a gap year or go to university? What degree should I take? Where should we buy our house? Do I have eggs or cereal for breakfast? Soup or salad for lunch? From the mundane to the complex, our lives are one series of choices. Our ability to make decisions affects us. For the many procrastinators amongst us, making simple decisions helps us not dwell on them. For the bigger and more serious choices, having made a decision helps us move ahead with life. So for all of these, understanding the decision process can be invaluable. Second, decision-making is a muscle. We each possess it. We each use it. But we will undoubtedly get better at it if we have targeted exercises for it. We're able to judge what works and what doesn't, when to pause and when to push forward. The ability to make a decision and move on frees up mental space that allows us to focus on other things. Or to put it a different way, if we do not understand how to shift gears through the decision-making process, we run the risk of getting stuck in neutral, and that can lead to wellness issues. This is as important for you as it is for your child. Your child will become a better decision maker if they have had the opportunity to practice making smaller decisions when they're still under your guidance. Just as we ask our kids to read the rules, do simulator training, do real-life driver ed classes before we hand them the keys to our $20,000 car and allow them to drive off solo, we need to gradually expose our kids to the thinking process and expand their agency so they have the confidence to make quick assessments. Number 3, an elite education does not guarantee you'll make better decisions. Many of us are sitting where we are today based on choices made by our ancestors 1 to 5 generations before us. Many of them did not have a university degree. Few of them had finished high school. Good decision-making comes from the confidence we give our kids. It's the example we set when we include them in the many steps of our daily decision-making thought process. The courage we show when we step into a decision, and the humility we illustrate when we regularly incorporate new data and adjust our way forward on a path we'd previously selected. Number 4, don't dwell. With the right framework and review process in place, it's better to make a decision and start forward, allowing the rest of the process to reveal itself and exposing new information that can help you clarify. Number 5, no one bats 100 in decision-making. We don't get every decision right, and that is okay. In fact, it's a key message that we have to share with our kids, that it's okay to get things wrong, in the hope that for the bigger ones, we will err on the side of right. And that we also know how to recognize when things are wrong and have an exit plan in place. So, if there's some confidence I can share with you, it is that as parents, you got this. Your kids will survive. Like you, they will figure a way through. My book offers 12 key decision behaviors to help us make decisions, learn how to watch for signals so we can keep them optimal, discover how to gather data, and when to change course in response to new information. Just as my youngest did when he realized that with the uncertainty around COVID, it was not wise to follow through with his plans for Miami Beach. I'm Karena de Souza, and I thank you for spending this time with me. Please follow my Instagram account, which, like my podcast and my website, is called Tilt the Future. You can also follow me on LinkedIn. And I hope you're going to download my ebook when it's published in December and use the various activities in it to spend some special moments together with your team and make some great family memories.